Hi there, what we're going to be doing today is just going through a few different problems, looking at how we can create algorithms to make sure we can understand what's needed, how we can pick up as many marks as possible, and decrypting what's needed. So this first one here, we can see, write an algorithm in pseudocode that will ask the user to input two numbers and output the larger of the two numbers along with the suitable message. It's worth 5 marks. So the first thing you need to make sure you can do is, strangely enough, make sure the user can input two numbers. So we're going to do num1 equals input, num2 equals input. So straight away we're saying that we're going to create a variable number1, which is going to have whatever's holding it inputted, same with num2. What we're then going to do is output the larger of the two numbers along with a suitable message. So we're going to do if num1, making sure you're writing it correctly, num is greater than num2, we are going to print, or rather we're going to output, because remember we're not, print would be syntax specific for Python, this is asked for output, so we're going to output num1 is larger, else, or elif, num1 is less than num2, output num2 is larger. If num1 isn't greater than num2, and if num2 isn't greater than num1, we know that they're going to be the same. So else, output, num1 and num2 are the same. So what we've got here is we've got our two numbers being input here, and then we're outputting the larger of the two numbers along with a suitable message. If we just did that, it's not a suitable message, we wouldn't pick up the mark for it. If we have a look through some of these other ones, and again there should be a link appearing just below for you, there's different things we can look in here. So let's have a look at this one. A taxi firm charges £3 for the first mile and £2 every mile after that. If there are 5 passengers, add an extra 50% on the added price. Write an algorithm in pseudocode that calculates the cost of the journey. The algorithm should ask to enter the number of passengers, so we're going to go passengers equals input. Ask the user to enter the distance as an integer, so we're going to do distance input, and then we need to calculate the price of the journey, output the price on the screen. So we need to think about the distance. If the distance is 1 mile, the cost is going to be £3. If there's 5 or more passengers, an extra 50% is going to be added onto that. So we're going to break it down into 2 parts. So what we're going to do first of all is we are going to say that charge equals distance. So we're saying that the charge equals the distance, but that's not a correct way of looking at it. What we want to be doing is first of all working out how many miles. So distance is going to be the amount in miles, and if there's more than that, we're going to add more miles onto it. So we're going to say if distance equals 1, we are going to say charge equals 3. Because if distance is 1, charge is going to be equal to 3. Else, charge equals 3 plus, because we're doing that for the first mile, in brackets, we then want to be able to say for every mile after, so we're going to go distance minus 1 times 2. And what we'll do is we'll also add some more brackets into there as well. So we're going to take the distance and minus the 1 off it, which is the first one for the £3, and then multiply it by 2 to then be able to work out the extra costs after that. And remember as well, we're missing some colons there. Let's put some colons on there. And then what we're going to do is if passengers is, if it's 5 or more, so it's going to be greater than or equal to 5, charge equals charge plus 50%, or a better way of doing it, charge equals charge plus charge times 0.5, which then gives us our 50% again as well. And then we're going to output charge. So what we've done here is we've taken the people in, and then we're looking to see what's going on here to create these if statements here. And then let's have a look. We've got loads of different options here. So let's have a look at this triangle. So an isosceles triangle is one which has at least 2 equal lengths and sides. Write an algorithm that asks the user to enter the length of a triangle, works out if the triangle is isosceles, output message stating whether the triangle is isosceles or not. So if we've got 3 sides, we're going to need 3 inputs. So side 1 equals input. Side, if I can spell today, that'd be fantastic. Input. Side 3 equals input. So we've got our first part there, asks the user to enter the lengths of the triangle, and now we need to do a series of statements. So if side 1 is exact to side 2, or if side 2 is exact to side 3, or if side 1 is equal to side 3, that means 2 of them are going to be equal. We are going to output triangle is isosceles. It's as simple as that. We've taken our inputs, we're doing our comparisons, and then what I put outputting here, if I could spell isosceles, great, that would be fantastic as well. But outputting if the triangle is isosceles or not. So we've got here a whole host. I highly suggest you go and use them. You can also find them online at An Algorithm a Day, but I'll put the link below as well for this presentation. Hope this is useful for you. If you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch, and I shall see you later. Bye-bye.